What's up, you guys? Welcome back, and today we are going to do another video, and what we're going to do this video on is the coolest setup for your Andis Envy Li. This is a machine that didn't get a lot of attention on my channel. However, I do think it's a pretty good machine, and with this mod, I think you're really going to like it. So let's get into this. Let me try my 4K camera. Little upgrade there, but you need this really fast scan disk to run it, so let's get started. Alright, what I got going on today is I got my Andis Envy Pro Li. It's a great little machine, and currently on here I actually have the fade blade, and this blade actually cuts down to 5/0. It's fantastic for removing skin lines, but the truth is it's a little bit too fine, it's a little bit too sharp, and it actually snags people's head. So I really don't like using it too much, and I've kind of benched the whole machine as a result of that. Now also, the other thing that came of that was the blade this machine came with was a pretty good blade. It was pretty strong, it was able to mow down some hair, but it just didn't cut close enough, and I was struggling a little bit to get out my skin lines. So recently I've had some people asking me if I've ever tried putting a wall blade on this, and I have to confess to you guys, I haven't, but I suspect I'm really gonna like it. So I got my favorite wall blade. This is the Wedge, the 228 blade. And this blade is one of my favorite blades because of the fact that when you have the throw on your lever, okay, the throw is longer with this blade because of the shape of the wedge. It just has a little bit more travel, and it can be beneficial to you when you're trying to get out them lines. So today, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, one of the first things you're gonna need is your trusty Phillips screwdriver, and you're gonna go ahead and take off that blade. Be careful not to drop it because these blades are very fragile and they can break super easy. So what I like to do is hold it down with my fingers like this so it's not going anywhere, and then I just simply spin off that screw. There's a little bit of tension from this spring here. Be careful that you don't dismantle that because that could be a real pain in the neck to put back together. Okay, as far as this blade goes, I really don't care about it anymore. To be honest, it's actually pretty new, but I'll just take an extra second here and I'm going to clean this up. Be gentle when cleaning it up. Like I said, you don't want to knock off this piece of plastic. But you know what? If you do knock off this piece of plastic, it's not the end of the world. You just snap it back on, and it just sits in there like that. But if you have to put the whole spring in there, yeah, that can be a pain sometimes. So let's go ahead and take the wall wedge blade out of the package. Also trying to be careful here. I don't want to see this thing get destroyed. And I don't want to break this nice new blade. So the wedge blade is also very fragile, and if you compare it to your other wall blade, if you just get a good look at those two, and you're going to see that the teeth are much longer on the wedge blade than they are on the STD blade. This is just the standard blade that comes on most seniors, and you're going to want to use this blade. You have to be very careful with it because these teeth are super long, and that makes them even more fragile. The cutting blade is basically the same. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I have this situated just right. Should be good. Go ahead and pop the cutting blade on there. Should be good. Hopefully these bolts line up good, which it looks like they do, but I suspect it's a little shallow. It's just good enough to get some thread on there. Got these longer screws that came with the other wall. I'm gonna try and see if they work any better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with those. The ones that came with the package. It gives me a little bit more thread to work with. You look at the screw difference, you can see that one is a lot longer than the other one, and when I put this wedge blade on here, I think there's a little bit more distance. I would rather have a little bit more thread there just to be safe. And then I'm going to go ahead and just zero gap it like normal. So once I get this on here, I'm going to go ahead and push this blade all the way up, and you're going to see that this blade actually really sticks out good, so you're going to be able to get a really nice zero gap on this without much trouble. and you can see it's actually fitting on there just fine. So we'll go ahead and tighten this down just a little bit here, and just a little bit here. Go back and forth a little bit, and bam. Yeah, that was cool to do it first try, but sometimes it takes me a couple more tries. I mean, I don't want you guys to think I'm like amazing at doing this, but you know, buying the blade setters and all that other stuff, I just don't see a point in that. I've never had a problem zero gapping anything. And if you're just getting started and you're new and you don't know how to do it or whatever, there should be a barber around you that would help you, I would think. And it's something that you need to learn how to do. It's not something that you want to just hand to him and say, here, finish this for me. Learn how to do it, teach a man to fish, feed him for life, right? All right, so let's see how the blades fit. Of course, they fit fine. That's the wall blade. Good in the open position, good in the closed position. It's on there snug. It's not going anywhere. And you know what? I think I'm really gonna like working with this blade. So I just want to give a quick shout out to the people who told me to do this. There was actually multiple people who told me to do this, but while I'm at it, I'm just gonna go ahead and shout out the one who just brought this up to my attention recently. Okay, I've had like literally a lot of comments and I'm super thankful for you guys, but I really can't find the guy I was looking for. Let me try one more thing. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I wanted to find the comment and credit the person who recently brought this back to my attention to do this to your Andis Envy, and I couldn't find it. I just sifted through a bunch of stuff, so thank you so much, man, for bringing that back up to me. I had meant to do it a while back. I mean, I've had these sitting around for a year or so, just sitting in a drawer, not doing anything. And it's kind of cool to have something new to try with them. And I'm always trying different clippers and stuff because I just swear, I'm never like 100% content with anything for very long, except my fast feeds. Those are my babies. I don't play around with those. They never leave my station. But I like to experiment with different stuff from time to time. I go for a couple weeks going to wall, go for a couple weeks back to my fast feeds, go for a couple weeks for something else. And I think it makes me well-rounded and gives me a better idea of what's going on in this business. I want you guys to check out the setup if you choose to do it. The wall wedge blade has been fantastic on all my other clippers. I can attest to that, and I'll let you guys know how I like using these. So, all right, you guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. It's Mr. Eddie Barber. I appreciate you tuning into the channel and checking it out. Subscribe if you're not already. I'm trying to drop these helpful tips and hints in videos like this all the time. And of course, please leave something in the comments if there's something I missed, something I should do, something I'm not doing. If there's any videos I can do to help clear up something that you're struggling with, please just let me know. Mr. Eddie Barber, I'm out of here. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.